I'm getting old, folks, and chances are, if you're still playing RuneScape, you are too. Now, in November of 2024, I maxed my main account after over a decade of playing osrs. Problem is, Jagex keeps updating their damn game, and as a result, I've missed out on a lot of new training methods, moneymakers, and mid-game PVM. So I decided I'm running it back. Fresh account, playing a new main with 0 donations or outside help. Now, due to the caveats of being alive, this might take a while. So strap in, get ready for some AFK gains, and please join me for a second round of middle-age maxing. Yellow again. We're trying something new. Dropping the glory for strength, bought the D-boots, bought some granite gloves, and we are going to start attempting Blood Moon with the sulfur blades. Yeah, this is already looking a lot better, folks. Wish me luck here. Let's see how this goes. Have an inventory of fish and 5 doses of magic shit. While still annoying, because it's not fun to watch your enemy heal up, really not that bad. Looking good. And of course, now that we're killing all 3, our first rip here is going to be the Blood Moon Tassets. Check it out. Damn. That was weird. Did we see that? A 15-14, but both registered as max hits? Well, which is it, game? Is it 15 or 14 that's my max? Alright, quick little update here. And this is, you know, you just saw this because I was capturing it. But I did some moons, and my luck kind of turned around. I started doing all 3, and pretty quickly let's see, that was weird. Pretty quickly I got the Blue Moon Spear immediately, which I rolled my eyes at, 250k, right? It's the cheapest one there. Right into an Eclipse Moon chest piece, 1.5 mil. We take it right into a Blue Moon Helm, which I thought was only 300k, but sold for 650. So I don't know why that's going up. Who knows? Maybe the bots are leaving finally. Anywho, that resulted in a lot of upgrades. In fact, I forgot to set my new armor for it. Also, check out the Bone Shard pile. Looking good. Anyway, Steel Ring actually came in quite clutch. Funny enough, it's like plus 25 to all defenses, right? Yeah, plus 24. So that was actually pretty sweet. We got the Dragon Boot upgrade, Granite Gloves for defense, plus the melee strength, Mixed Hide, Amulet of Strength, basically full tank, right? Look at those defensive bonuses. I initially, instead of grabbing a spear, tried to grab a Zamorak Costa. And I became pretty disappointed to learn that I have to do Barbarian training. And in order to get Barbarian fishing, and I'm not positive, but I'm fairly certain you need 55 fishing. I know that's positive. You need 55 fishing, but I also think you might need like 55 fire making as well, or the other requirements. And so we're fly fishing. Okay, we're gonna be here a while. Gonna AFK for a few hours. Probably cook them up as well, and hope for the best. All right. Hopefully we'll have 55 by the time we stream tonight, but I doubt it. We are running the Steel Ring tank for the memes. Just look at that slash defense, though, brother. It's 24 slash defense. How could you not put it on? Steel Ring is BIS right now. Gut says Barry, I'm saying today. Okay, I'm all caught up. You ready? Blood Moon. Ooh, there's another piece, folks. Hello. What is this worth? Couple milli? 1.5. For the next Mega Rare in Raids 4, I really want it to be some, like, crazy 2-tick weapon. Like a crazy 2-tick hybrid weapon. Is that so much to ask? I want it to be the ultimate salamander. That's what I want it to be. Look at that. Money, 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 money. We're up to 2 mil. Good stuff. Wow. Already up to 4 mil in the bank. Feels good. Hi, my name is Fritos, and welcome to Jackass. We have the Steel Ring. Excuse me. The Granite Gloves, the Dragon Boots, full Guthans. We're using Mithril Darts for the Major. We're using, what is this? Chaos Bolt? We're using Chaos Bolt, or Fire Bolt. Whatever, you see the gear. Let's do it. Full send. Off we go. This is so stupid, dude. Thank you, Guthans, for the heals. Dude, Guthans coming in clutch with the 18. Ah! Back to full. It's so easy, dude. This game is so easy. Quiver before fire cape. It's really just that simple, folks. We got 5 minutes left. Something tells me we can't finish the next wave in 5 minutes, so I am going to claim this. Disappointing, I know. I'm sorry to all my fans who thought I'd go further. 9999 glory. I'm 100% positive that there's something for 1,000 glory that I just missed out on by exactly 1. Okay, this is probably a multi-box and not a bot, but still funny looking. Good morning. Just woke up, doing my tree run, sitting down, enjoying some coffee. Last night on stream, we got a Blue Moon chest, and Sharknado in the chat actually called it. It was very strange, but hey, good for him. And I don't mean it was like, sometime tonight you're gonna get a Blue Moon piece. I mean, I said, what's in the next chest? And he said, it's a Blue Moon chest. And we opened it, and lo and behold, very strange. Anyway, with the money, we spent a lot of it on skilling stuff, and, yeah, that's it. Skilling stuff and shit requests. In order to get the Zami Hasta, though, we did need 55 fishing, and you can boost up to it for barbarian fishing, so we're gonna go do that. Then we need to get 5 smithing real quick. And also, I did bank, where is it? I banked 55 fire making for, quite frankly, a lot of quests. For some reason, I really thought I could just go straight to Wintertide from level 1. I don't know if it's all the Iron Man stuff that I've seen, but yeah, you definitely need level 50 before you can do that, so. Gonna be burning a lot of logs, probably off camera. I don't think you guys care to see all this. Maybe I can record an hour and a half of unadulterated fire making, and I can upload that as a video. That's a dumb idea. Anyhow, we're real quick gonna get 5 smithing, and then we're gonna go and do the barbarian shit, and hopefully knock that out. Then ideally purchase a Zami Hasta, and then probably 9 hours of AFK range experience at the crab. Easy peasy. Thanks for the tuna. So I got myself up to 30 fire making. Did the quest Taiwana Trio so that I could get the Hasta. Did the Hasta stuff, so I now have a Zamorak and a Hasta in the bank. Obviously, back to AFKing, throwing mithril darts at a crab for 9 hours a day. But I missed a kind of a big milestone that I wanted to point out. We have hit 1,000 total level in only... So this looks like a lot, right? 5 days. Bear in mind that, you know, probably 9 to 12 hours a day, if not more, has been AFK at crab. But since, like, I don't know, 8 days since the inception of this account, 9 days since the inception of this account, we have hit 1,000 total level. Hello, end of day update here. We're not quite to the end of day. I still got maybe an hour and a half of work left, but I want to get this recorded and articulated before I forget and disappear for the weekend. My tentative goals for the weekend, and they are always subject to change, is to get RFD ready. Can I just search RFD? It will pop up? No, of course not. Why would it ever be easy? Recipe for disaster. Alright, here's the stats we have currently, and here's what we need. We need 70 cooking, 48 agility, 50 mining, 53 fishing, 59 magic, 40 smithing, 50 fire making, and 40 fletching. Everything else we got, and then of course a bunch of quests. 48 agility should not take too long at all. I think that's like a couple hours at the Canifis rooftop, if I'm being honest. Otherwise, I'm sure there's plenty of quests left where I can get that. 3 more fishing levels, not a big deal. 70 cooking will be a big one. That takes a while to get. We'll probably need to commit to that, but I have a mill in the bank, and I'm certain that a mill can probably get me pretty damn close as far as training. I have the other, well, I have up to 55, but I have 50 fire making in the bank currently, so we are good to do that. 11 more magic levels will probably be an AFK crab thing on, I don't know, I guess maybe some night this weekend or Monday if need be. And then 40 crafting and 40 smithing can both be bought as well. These are my tentative plans right now. That's always subject to change, of course. It's a lot of questing. It's a lot to do. We all know that it's a huge quest line, but it's definitely getting around to the point where I need to have Varro's gloves for a lot of the shit I'm going to be doing. And there's also another item that I really need to have. And that item is obviously the fire cape. I could and have considered going in, now that I hit 66, going in with this guy. Sunlight Hunter's Crossbow with Moonlight Antler Bolts, or Sunlight, whichever is better. But I really had my heart and mind kind of set on going and doing it with the clips. And now, doing it with the clips, I'm certain we would just steamroll the damn place. But it was new content, you know, I'm already kind of doing Perilous Moons, but I feel like the longer I wait to get Eclipse, the further away a Fire Cape's actually going to be, and I gotta wait to get 75. So I'm not positive yet. I might wait until Eclipse still, just because, I mean, we need to get 75 range, and if I want to start doing TOA, Eclipse has to be on the table. But I don't know yet. I'm really not positive. I could go in, because I don't know. I don't know yet. I'll figure it out. It's either going to be a Fire Cape run, like, immediately after this recording, and we're going to do it with the crossbow bolts, or I am just going to AFK up to 75, and we'll, buy full Eclipse. Anywho, that's what we have to look forward to in this video, probably. We are looking at RFD, and we're looking at Fire Cape. Coming at you shortly. If I do Fire Cape off camera, are you guys going to be upset with me? I feel like that's probably really, really bad practice. I guess I shouldn't really care. It's my fucking video, but I don't know. It just feels shit. Like, it's gonna take 2 hours, okay? Because here's what my tentative plan is. My tentative plan right now is over the course of the next couple of hours, I'm gonna finish AFKing up to 70 range. I'm gonna get full Black D'hide buckler. I'm gonna buy some rune darts for the main hand, and then I'm gonna get Moonlight Antler, or sorry, not rune darts. Hold up, let me look at my calcs again. Moonlight Antler bolts and Moonlight Antler crossbow, and that's going to be my main DPS for the majority of the fight caves. And then I was going to get myself maybe a dragon. I'd be selling a lot of my melee stuff for this, but I'd get like a dragon crossbow and ruby bolts. Or honestly, I don't need a dragon crossbow. I'd just buy a rune crossbow and ruby bolts and do it that way. I might do that. I know that the fight caves is going to take me a long time at 70 range, and so I gotta question myself of, do I really want to sit down here and record it for 2 hours? Probably not. Okay, I have some kind of embarrassing news to talk about. It's not like the most embarrassing thing in the entire world, but I did have a giggle about it. I, in the last clip, talked about doing the fight caves, and I did. I sat down on my laptop and I did the fight caves. The biggest issue, of course, being that, and some of you might have caught it. You need 50 hunter to wield the sunlight crossbow. I did not know that, or 60 hunter or something. Let's see if there's weapons here. 50 hunter to equip it. And so, in my infinite wisdom, I said, we'll do rune darts instead. I'm sure that's comparable. It was not. It was almost 0.7-ish, 0.6, 0.7 DPS. Difference, which doesn't sound like a whole lot, and in fairness it isn't, but when you're already doing a level 70 range fight caves, tends to drag on a little bit, and I got to like wave 55, I think, you know. And so when you have that DPS difference and you've got to kill the exact same monster 30 plus times, that monster being the mage. I can't remember if I said it already or not. So yeah, I planked at like wave 50-ish, 55, and I was on my laptop and I was trying to record some clips, and I did get OBS up and running, but it was bad. The clips were my replay buffer was only set to 5 seconds, so it was tough looking back at those clips. I should have been more thorough, but we live and we learn. And so I wanted to be forthright. I did attempt the fight caves, and I failed. It is RuneScape's toughest challenge after all. So anywho, might attempt it again. I don't really want to spend the time getting 50 hunter. And the original plan anyhow was just to walk in with the clips. So I will go ahead and do that. What I did instead though, I planked. I wasn't ready to go to bed. Although an hour and a half in there makes you want to sleep after you plank. We're getting the requirements for RFD, and the Quest Helper plugin doesn't do it right, so I'm gonna go and pull it up on the wiki quick. Last night we got 40 smithing, 50 fire making, and 40 crafting. That was all banked. I did wind up selling a bunch of stuff in the inventory, in the bank to afford these levels. I then spent a pretty healthy amount of money. I think it was close to a couple mil. We can double check it. On 4,000 lobsters to go cook. And so I'm going to spend the last remaining chunk of change sometime later this weekend on getting 25 construction. I'm going to get the Kebos easy diary done so that I have the 5% burn chance saved or whatever. Anywho, got those levels. The last remaining are 70 agility,
The last remaining levels are 70 cooking, 48 agility, 53 fishing, which I'm doing now, 59 magic, and 50 mining. Mining, we have something special planned at 41, so I'll probably do some iron up to that point. Go ahead and leave a guess if you know what we're doing once we get our rune pickaxe. Other than that, a bunch of quests to complete. I'm surprisingly close. I need 175. I'm already at 102. The rest of the quests will probably get me up to like 150, and then I'll just be doing a bunch of side quests up to 175, and we're good to go. We're ready for Barrows. Don't know that it'll be this weekend necessarily, but probably this video. We're going to have our Barrows gloves. Yes, hello, it's me. I'm the problem, it's me. Almost up to the 48 agility. In order to get the Kebos Easy Diary done, I need 25 construction, and I would also like to get Fremnik Isles out of the way as well. So I'm going to go and spend some money on 24 wooden planks. In fact, 24 oak planks. And then we're going to go to our house, and we're going to get 20 construction. Then after that, we're going to do Fremnik Isles, get ourselves a Nezi helm, as well as 5,000 construction XP. And I'm not positive, but I think that'll put me at 25. Let's double check here. Yeah, 26. Even better. I missed this. This is going to bring me back. This is actually so much. It's not fun, but it's cute. A short little tidbit while I do this. When I got members for the first time as a kid, you know, asking mom for, hey, can I please... I saved up $10 for mowing lawns. Can you please use your credit card to buy me RuneScape membership? I remember fucking the first thing that I did was I spent my entire goddamn cash stack on building a house. I just thought it was so cool. As a child, I thought the idea of player-owned anything was really unique. And I think that sentiment is shared by a lot of people. That's why you see it in so many games, but I have never once seen it implemented properly. But this really brings me back because it was like the first member skill that I really cared about, you know. And I was like, holy shit, I have to get this. This is gonna be awesome, man. Oh, I must have miscalced or just bought 2 extra ones, but there you go. 20 construction, off to Fremnik Isles at some point. Obviously, not right now. I'm gonna go and continue to run laps at Canifis until 48. Okay, I'm sitting down, I got about an hour to myself, and we're going to knock out Fremnik Isles, we're going to knock out the Easy Kebos Diaries, and then we're going to cook 15,000 lobsters. I'm just kidding. Up to 70, it's probably more like 6,000-ish. Got 4,000 in the bank, though, so we're going to go do that. Decapitating him with the Zami spear. Oh, God. A little graphic, don't we think? Oh, 26 construction. Then I get a Nate's Knot. Ooh, a free one. I was worried I was going to have to go buy it. Look at that. The Helm of Nate's Knot. I'm actually really excited for this. I know that seems kind of silly, but if I can get this set up here in a little bit, then I'm going to just be cooking lobsters for the next few hours and watching TV in bed. It's going to be honestly pretty relaxing. So something not everyone knows, or maybe I'm late to the party, but Quest Helper actually has this shit. For diaries. It'll walk you through diaries as well and tell you what you need. But first, a farm run. Gotta do our chores, folks. I didn't even know that this was a place that existed. Like, obviously I must have done it to get the Easy Diary done on my main account, but fuck, I didn't even know this was a place. Alright, cool beans. There we have it. And this goes into, I guess not rune crafting, it's going into agility. Access to the Hesidious Kitchen, which has a 5% reduced chance to burn when you're in there. Cool. So where's the Hesidious Kitchen at? And it begins. Alright, well I'm gonna sit here and burn a bunch of lobsters. And up this cooking level. Yeah. Gonna get myself up to 70. Choosing lobsters because it's, you know, AFK. It's not the fastest, but you don't lose money. Or you won't lose as much money. It is a profit to go from a raw lobster to a regular lobster. Not quite doubling your money, but 70 gold per lobster. This will be a long while. I plan to tuck into bed tonight, play some Legion Tower Defense 2, watch some YouTube with my wife, snuggle up, and do lobsters till I fall asleep. I'll
check back with you as soon as I have more. Oh, hold the phone. I'm glad I had this realization. I was in here cooking, and I have a day left of membership. I need to get on Fritos and bond this boy up again. Because if I don't, I can't actually log in without shilling over my credit card information to Jamflex. We don't want that. God fucking forbid, am I right? How we doing? It's Sunday morning. I spent pretty much all night cooking lobsters and watching shit on YouTube. It was a good time. Awesome. Thank you very much, Mr. Fritos. Please go and actually do your Coliseum guide that you've been putting off for ages now. That would be nice of you. Cool beans. That's interesting. So I just did the math, and like, if I were to AFK Earth Blast versus Fire Blast, the XP an hour difference is actually only 3,600. This is at crap. And I had it in my mind for some reason that I really should buy a Steam Battle Staff or a Smoke Battle Staff or whatever the fuck it is so that I can do fire spells while AFKing, but that's really unnecessary. Because, I mean, it's a 3 mil staff versus a 40,000 gold staff. For Earth Blast, I talked about this a couple episodes ago, I think. I can just bring a stack of... Yeah, it'll be slightly slower, but we're doing that instead. Okay, so yeah. Fuck the Steam Battle Staff. Don't need it. Don't even need it. Anywho, all that to say, 70 cooking is definitely the longest one. And I've been waiting to talk about this. I teased it. I teased it and said something is going to happen at 41 mining, but I'm just going to talk about it because it makes me happy. At 41 mining, we get to do the long-awaited calcified rocks. Now, I don't know if you guys know what this is. This is something I didn't even fucking know about until much later. But in Camtorum, so right in here, right? You with the Perilous Moons. Most people just run straight through to Nepotzli, or whatever the fuck, but there's a mine over here where it's basically shooting stars, but stuck in the wall. And so you click it, and you AFK for like a minute to 5 minutes at a time or something like that. I'm really not entirely sure. I just know that it's a good chunk of AFK time. And you don't mine rocks, you mine blessed bone shards right out of the wall. And so instead of like Day Alt Essence, where you'd be AFK mining so that you can get better runecrafting experience later, this is quite literally free prayer experience shitting out of the wall. So anywho, the goal is to do iron at some point to get those last 6 levels from 35 up to 41. Just be really, really locked in and focused on that. And get up to there, and then start AFK mining. I honestly think that I'll probably wind up doing calcified rocks basically to 99. And that's a hell of a statement, I know. Honest to God, man, mining is one of those skills where you will never find me 3-ticking granite or any of that shit. The whole point of this is to try new content and be AFK. It's middle-aged maxing, you know? We all get to put in maybe like 2 hours a day. I've made it no secret that I am lucky enough to be able to AFK gemstone crab all day long, right? Because I work from home, but I have a lot of people who are blue collar that say gemstone crab is a phenomenal addition because they throw up their fucking phone while they're putting up drywall, and they just tap their phone once every 10 minutes, and they're AFK still getting gains there too. So the point of this is not to be fast and blaze through to a max cape. The point of this is to show off AFK and new content. And brother, calcified rocks is both. On the old account, I did Nex to my first 1 billion gold. I would AFK Nex at work, and I wound up getting a couple of Torva helms and in the Hillhorn, which gave me basically my first bill back then. I'm sure everything's plummeted by now. But the first thing I did with the 1 billion gold was, of course, max out construction and max out prayer, and then I worried about gear. Glad I did that. But now I'm not going to have to worry about prayer. Oh, speaking of, fuck me. When I went for my little Jad attempt, I decided I needed more than 43 prayer, and I wound up using 16,000 bone shards. And I recorded some clips, but like I said, they're kind of scuffed. They're super low quality. But I do have this screenshot that showed what my XP per hour was. And brother, Goddamn. Anywho, and that was a lot of fun. I'm sorry I didn't get the spam clicking recorded properly to show you. I will show you more as we get more, but bone shards to 99 is probably going to be the way. Very least, up to 70. We'll see what kind of insane RNG we get once we start doing raids, but who knows. I'd say we're honestly only like an episode away from raids. Fire Cape and Barrow's Gloves, and then we're ready to do TOA. I want to get 75 Strength, 75 Range, and 75 Mage so that I can wear the... I don't even need 70. Oh, I'll add 175 Mage for Trident. So yeah, 3 more levels in Strength, 5 more levels in Range, and then AFKing a couple of days at Crab for Mage, and we're good to do all the Eclipse gear. Now, once I get all the Eclipse gear, brother, you had to better believe we're going to start doing some raiding. Nice! Alright, not quite there yet, but one more agility level, and we are up to 48. Then we just need to do mining and mage, and we're done with the skill requirements for RFD. In preparation for work tomorrow, where I am AFKing Crab for 9 hours, and honestly, I might be able to hit 60 mage in those 9 hours. I checked the calculations, I need about 2,500 Chaos Runes, which is 200k, and about 4,400 Death Runes, which is 650k, and I have just enough from selling lobsters to do that. I'm having a lot of fun still. I really enjoy using the GE on my Hardcore Ironman, and yeah, I'm excited to get those Barrow's Gloves finally.
Good morning and hello. Got some calcified rocks, calcified deposits, and up to 46 mining. We did hit 48 agility. I can't remember where else I left you all at. I can't remember where I left you all at, but we did hit 48 agility, 70 cooking, 53 fishing, 40 smithing. What else is required here? 50 fire making, 40. The only things remaining for recipe for disaster is 50 mining and 59 mage, excuse me. Now, ideally, I'll hit these stats before I tuck into bed tonight. And then before bed, I'll spend maybe an hour or two knocking out a bunch of quests, because we still have a lot of quests to go through. And as I look at them, I could do the math real quick if I wanted, I suppose. But as I look at them, it's not going to get me up to the 175 quest points required to get this done. So we'll probably be knocking out a bunch of free-to-play quests as well, because that's like 10, maybe? At least 10 quest points sitting right here that I'll take no time at all to complete. So anyway, we're slowly creeping towards it. Barrow's Gloves, into 75 range, into Fire Cape, into raiding. You know, it's really not as bad as I thought. I went through and added all of these, minus Shield of Arav, because it's a requirement for Recipe for Disaster, plus all the quests for Recipe for Disaster, plus all of the sub-quests for Recipe for Disaster. And that's plus 57 quest points once I knock all those out, which puts me up to, as you can see here, a nice even 160. So we really only need 15 additional quest points once we're done with all the prerequisites and start moving through things. So, fun to note, pretty damn close. Then I have exactly 15 here mapped out. Sheepherder for 4, Watchtower for 4, Shades of Morton for 3, One Small Favor for 2, and Holy Grail for 2. And now Holy Grail and One Small Favor are not short quests by any stretch of the imagination, but they do unlock King's Ransom, as well as the other prerequisites that we're going for that are shared with RFD. So there's kind of the map, folks. I'm going to disappear for a while. Be back with 50 mining and 60 mage, presumably, and start our quest and journey. You getting about 30k magic XP AFK here, doing the Earth Blast bullshit. Or not Earth Blast, Earth Bolt. Once we hit 53 here, should increase marginally. I think it only increases by like 2,000 or 3,000 an hour. It's really not that big of a deal. Actually, I was super wrong. Apparently it's like 13,000 XP an hour, so fuck me. My bad. So yeah, we are most certainly, I'm not even to lunch yet, so we're most certainly going to be sitting at 60 mage here by the end of the day. Which means tonight, quests on quests on quests on quests. Questsant. Would you like a croissant? Thank you for the red berry pie, friend. Unfortunately, I do not have any gold to give you. Please, accept this kind gesture of appreciation instead. Alright, folks, here's the skinny. Strap in. It's gonna be a little bit. Last night, we completed Sheepherder. Missed the screenshot on this, but we completed Sheepherder, we completed Watchtower, Shades of Morton, Merlin's Crystal, Shiloh Village, One Small Favor,
Holy Grail. Use the Shiloh Village stuff on the agility level, by the way. We are up to 50 agility now. That's where that came from. Murder Mystery, King's Ransom. Then I did the King's stuff to unlock Chivalry, so we'll want to get 60 prayer sometime soonish. Woke up this morning and before work I did Romeo and Juliet, Below Ice Mountain, Knight's Sword, Prince Ali Rescue, Vampire Slayer, Misthalin Mystery, Pirate's Treasure, Corsair Curse, and the Shield of Brav. I am now back to Crab. I want to get 75 range, but I'm noticing that to do that I'll need 400,000 experience, and that's 10 hours of grinding, because I'm at 44k XP an hour. Part of me is considering going up to Ruby Bolts, because apparently it treats the crab as 300 health, which means your procs hit 60, which is a lot of experience per hour. However, and I noticed this, it was an increase as the Groot Gemstone crab came out, but the Ruby Bolts E went from like 30 gold per bolt up to almost 200. So I'm not sure I really want to spend the money on it. I'm not in that much of a hurry. I'm in a hurry, but I'm not in that much of a hurry. Anywho, that's where we're at. Oh, and if you're curious, I mean, you could have seen it on the last screenshot there, but that puts us at 149, and that leaves us like 5 or 6 quests away from getting RFD done. So, working our way up there, folks. Hello and good morning. How are you all doing this fine Wednesday morning? I had high hopes for myself, I really did. I thought we could get RFD done by the time I had to start editing, but I was wrong. I was wrong, and that's okay. So let's talk about what I did last night. Did bar crawl, saw this really weird barbarian assault, multi-box, Horror of the Deep, Death Plateau, Troll Stronghold, Temple of Ikov, Tourist Trap, and Desert Treasure 1. And then of course, all the AFK crab has me just a short 2 hours away from reaching 75. So things are lining up really, really well, folks. We are almost there. It's just a matter of squeaking out a couple of quests left. Let me tell you what I got and what you can expect. All I've got left is Underground Pass, which will take a while, Heroes Quest, and then 2 small ones, which are Family Crest and Big Chompy Bird Hunting. Those don't take too long, from what my memory tells me. And then, of course, just doing the Legends Quest up to getting access to the Karazi Jungle. So I appreciate you all very much. We got a couple of goals left. We're gonna do a lot of moons on stream when this video comes out. So if it's Thursday and it's 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, or actually I might start moving streams to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, bumping it back an hour, but still doing it on Thursday night. So if you're, in that time, somewhere in that time frame, and it's Thursday night when this has been released, come stop by. We're doing moons. My bank account has been absolutely demolished. I've spent maybe 1.5 mil on like stamina potions and quest items gear and mithril darts for training. We're down bad, so we definitely need to do some moons to get that Eclipse gear back. Anyhow, I'm gonna start editing. I appreciate you all very much, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah. Oh, by the way, it looks like I lied. Sorry about lying to you. I have all 4 of these done. If you're watching the stream, we're gonna kill Colomancer tonight, so stop on by. Okay. Mwah.